Namaste everyone. We started somewhere in the middle. Having gone all the way up to the end, we need to start it from the beginning. The chapters 1, 3, 4, 5, 7. Though they are smaller in numbers, but they occupy the larger part of this book, Truth Eternal. Having completed the end part, when we read these chapters in the beginning, now we'll be able to see that it has become quite easy to understand. The flow will be good, your understanding will be much better. So please try to read the chapter number 1. We try to cover as much as possible today, but next time when we take it up and when I start, you will be able to understand it in a better way. Okay. So as usual, let's offer our prayers to dear Daaji Sahab and guide us so that we can have a better understanding. Chapter 1, the Vedas. The Sanskrit root vid, V-I-D, from which the word Veda is derived, means only knowledge, to know. Knowledge means knowing. This word, knowing, has a wide sense, wide form and wide connotation. It has innumerable forms, innumerable states, and innumerable conditions. But only 3 forms should be fixed before our view, namely Tam, Raj, and Sat. Tam is the base, Raj is the middle state, and Sat is the top. So far, all these are merely words, Sat, Rajas and Tamas. Here Lalaji purposely starts with Tam, Raj and Sat. According to him, Tam is the base, Raj is the middle state, and Sat is at the top. The base and the top are farthest ends. It's like the beginning and the end. The middle state alone is such that something can be thought about it and considered. Therefore, that which is generally termed as knowledge is only the middle state, and through this alone can one try to know and explain all the 3 states, only through Raj. Now, one wonders why would Lalaji Maharaj consider Tam as the base. When we try to understand the moment of creation, according to Babuji Maharaj, when there was Big Bang, prior to Big Bang, there was absolute balance. Balance was disturbed. This state of disturbance became the cause of creation, the base of creation. Hence the beginning Tam. And when we all end up once again going through the whole cycle through knowledge and experience. Here Lalaji Maharaj makes us understand later on through the chapters that knowledge and experience are synonymous according to him. When you look from spiritual perspective, to him, knowledge without experience is useless. So we have to understand it from that perspective. Having experienced and moving towards Sat, the state of balance that we regain, but we go through this, the womb of troubles, womb of miseries, womb of imbalance. Without it, you will never appreciate what balance is. The middle state alone is such that something can be thought about it and considered. Therefore, that which is generally termed as knowledge is only the middle state, and through this alone can one try to know and explain all the three states. Okay. The Veda is said to be the subject matter of three attributes, Trigunatmak Vishaya, threefold subjects. But it lays more stress on Raj aspect in the middle, discriminating power. So the Vedas are full of knowledge. They provide us knowledge. Tam, Raj and Sat are three attributes. Tam is said to be the base, the root or the origin and the foundation. This word has many meanings in Sanskrit, but generally Tam is regarded as ignorance, laziness, idleness, grossness, confusion, and so on. All these convey the sense of the base or the support. Raj is said to be the middle or the central state. Its nature is struggle, fickleness, thinking, and so on. It always denotes the middle plane. Sat means joy, agreeableness, height, subtleness, sanctity, and greatness. This is the top. It is this connotation that is always accepted. Let's go further. It is due to the combination of these three attributes that the creation is known as consisting of three worlds and three divisions. The principle that lies hidden in these and that surrounds them, forming the real substratum, is called Veda, knowledge. The Veda, from this point of view, is of three divisions of three attributes. No place, no creation, no time, or any matter is outside of it. Space, time, and matter are all made up of these three attributes. All these have three states, namely the beginning, the middle, and the end. Now, when we reflect on this a little bit with more depth, and Lalaji Maharaj talks about the matter, and when we see this aspect of Sat, Rajas, and Tamas, and when we ponder over the smallest particle, we say atom, Anu, and when we see the subatomic particles, neutron, proton, and electron, and when we further look into it, try to understand it, what are all these things and how do we understand from the Vedic aspect, Sat, Rajas, and Tam, and how can we further understand, because Lalaji says every matter has these three states. Now, when we consider matter also as energy, and when we know that electron, proton, and neutron are subatomic particles, they are also energies. If you look at it in one way, energy moving in proton at such a high frequency that that very motion, that very speed creates weight and a charge. It moves in a clockwise direction. When the same energy moves at a certain speed in anti-clockwise, becomes electron. And the same energy, as it configures itself in a particular way, where it nullifies both clock and anti-clockwise movement, that becomes neutron. At such a high speed it moves that it gives you the sense of mass. So, neutron is kind of some atomic particle where clockwise and anti-clockwise movement of this energy is neutralized, but speed remains as much as that of the energy that moves in a clockwise direction in proton, while that energy movement in electron is not so high, doesn't create any weight, but it creates a charge that neutralizes the proton. How do we compare this? The neutron, the proton, and the electron, how are they related to Sat, Raj, and Tamas? Later on through these chapters, we will know where Lalaji Maharaj talks about Panchabhutas, meaning the element of earth, the water, the fire, the space, and air. He considers these as the basic elements of this universe. But today, as we see on earth, how many elements are there? Solid elements. Earth, solid elements. So far we have discovered 100 plus elements. So when we talk of Panchabhutas, it's not just Pancha. In a broad category, you can say solid, liquid, and air. When you further divide it, you can say they are Panchabhutas. And when you further divide these Panchabhutas, the hundreds and hundreds of them, combinations, creates this beautiful world around us and creates us. So next time, I will try and connect these Trigunatmak subjects with these Panchabhutas and how they are qualitatively affecting in our day-to-day life. How they are to be understood, not just as qualities and the substratum of our existence, but how to take advantage of balancing all these three, or balancing these 3 and 5. Thank you.